Hello and welcome to 2025. We're here at the Crown Plaza in Nottingham playing the Ollie Cowan January Congress, Nottingham Congress, whatever he wants to call it. I can't remember where the room is. So you'll have to excuse any bad filming today because I have Ronnie Copey, I have a new handheld camera-y thingy device, and I've tried using it before and it goes a bit wonky, so I'll do my best to keep it going. You can see that, hopefully you can see that it's much more level than it normally is. So we're here at the Crown Plaza. Hello. And I'm looking for the bridge event. I'm here for the bridge.
For the what, sorry?
Bridge.
You don't know what that is?
Yeah, fine, don't worry. It's somewhere here. It's not for you, sorry, apologies.
No, that's all right. I think it'll be upstairs though.
Up there.
To the right.
Okay, how do I get there? Okay, right, happy. I was going the right way and then I got distracted. So I'm just trying to find out where we are, put my stuff down, and I think I'll go through here, and find some stairs, maybe. Right, I've got some stairs. So it's one of the nicer hotels in the centre of Nottingham, and today I'm playing with Ben Norton and tomorrow, and we're here for the Richard Bowdery pairs. There should be signs for bridge. Maybe it's this sign. In theory, there should be. They've got signs for this other thing that lady tried to get me into, but not for the bridge. Is it in here? No, it's not in here. I'm pretty sure it's on the ground floor, so I think I've gone the wrong way. So I'm going to go back down and go the right way, I think. So we'll do what we can. We're playing, never played with Ben before, should be good. And he's a good player, and we will be playing some sort of 2-over-1 system based off what Matt Brown and I play, but with some tweaks. I mean, I don't really have a standard 2-over-1 system. I just play whatever my partners want to play with some vetoes. So that's it. Ben's going to be here in about 20 minutes, so we're going to sit down and chat, write a card out. I need to find where the bridge is, and I'll show you where the venue is when we get there. So this is the venue. I'm going to show you our illustrious host. This is, if I can just get him in the shot from, there he is, Ollie Cowan. Oops.
Okay.
Ollie Cowan, he's handshaking and hugging everyone. Happy New Year. Look how spacious it is. Look how spaced out the tables are. Last year we were here, there's Megan, I assume. She's got green hair, must be Megan. Last year this front area was taken with all the tables where we were going to sit and eat, and now they've gone. We've got much more space, so we've spread things out. We've got 24 tables or something, so 48 pairs and maybe 24 teams tomorrow. I don't actually know. It always feels weird to me to come to a Congress and only play one day. So there are often people who just come for teams, or who don't have teammates and just come for pairs. So I understand, you know, you might prefer one form of scoring or something, but I think if you're traveling to another city to play in an event, why would you not play 2 days? Most events are cheap if you pay for the whole event as well. So we have some trophies down here. You can see if I bend down a bit. That's really nice. These are trophies you can keep. Now, most of the time, they are trophies you put your name on. They're a bit dilapidated and you have to give them back straight away or give them back next year or something. So these are going to be a bit nice if we win. We're playing for the Richard Bowdery pairs. Richard Bowdery, if you didn't know, was a top English player. He didn't play nationally, but he didn't play for the national team, but he did play in all the big top events and stuff. And Ollie's done a tribute here. He used to sit sideways on his chair, so he's tilted the north chair at every table to 90 degrees, so that if you want to sit like Richard Bowdery, you can. I imagine most people won't. Someone might do for a tribute. So yeah, he passed away a couple of years ago, I think. So this is the room, and we've got, if you come to an Ollie Cowan Congress, one of the things he does when he runs them is he has a table of sweets. Now, it's not for everyone's liking, but if you don't like them, don't eat them. So we've got, I'm going to be eating these snaky things, these jellied snakes or whatever they're called. So waiting for Ben. Going to write a system card out, although I'm only doing that to make sure we've talked about everything. These congresses are slightly less formal than normal ones, like 2 completed convention cards for the pairs, not so important, I don't think. You can see I'm not used to this. My head's tilted, so apologies for that. But it'll be a steady tilt. My head will be steady when it's tilted. So the director today is Phil Godfrey. I think Megan Jones might be helping out when Phil is busy. And yeah, I'm just going to start writing a card out, find a table and get ready. I think it's a 2-session pairs event. So just a duplicate pairs twice, and then tomorrow it'll be a Swiss teams probably. 7-7s hopefully, but maybe 6-8s. Can't have everything, can you? So we finished the first session. I'll introduce you to my lovely partner today, who is Ben. How you doing, Ben?
Hi.
We've obviously shot ourselves in the foot a bit, but we've made a lot of decisions which have just not gone our way. In terms of out-and-out mistakes, not too many, but we've just got a lot of bottoms, overbidding, doing the wrong thing, doing the right thing and being unlucky. So I don't know what percentage is. I think if we get 50%, I will take 50%, would you? Ben will take 50% as well. So apologies for the tilt, I'm still trying to work this camera out. So any hands for you? Well, there's this hand here. You have ace queen. Do you know where the food is, by the way? Shall show you. Okay, you've got ace queen 1, queen 10x, queen 6, singleton. So the first thing, you open a club on your right, which may be a 2-card suit, maybe short. How many diamonds are you bidding? Well, normally you've got like a weak jump over call on diamonds, but you've got 3 cards to an honour in both majors, so I think it's a bit too good to bid 2 diamonds with. There's also a discussion that some people play that as Michael, so I didn't know. I just played it safe. I bid a diamond, and if partner can show sort of like a major of some sort, I'm happy to compete in either major. The bidding goes 1 heart showing spades on my left, partner passes, and 4 spades on my right. Pass, pass, pass. They're vulnerable, we're not. Partner hasn't raised to 2 diamonds, unlikely to have 3 diamonds. What are you going to lead here? Well, there was an argument at the table from my left-hand opponent that I should be leading a club here, and I didn't. I led a diamond, and it's match points. You don't really want to give a trick away. Why are they jumping to 4 spades here? Well, a lot of the time they'll have clubs and spades because you've only got 1 club, and it feels like that's the case. Because with 18-19 balance, they've probably got some sort of kit to bail out in 3 if partners responded like. So I don't think they're going to be 18-19 balance enough for the time to warrant a club lead being the right lead. The other argument for a club, the idea for leading a club is partner has an entry, you get in with the ace of spades, and you can get to partner's hand and they can give you a ruff. And your tricks to beat it are going to be your partner's entry, your ace queen of spades, and your club ruff. So the downside to that is if you lead a club and declarer has clubs and partner hasn't got an entry, and it's by no means sure partner has an entry here. If there's 18, 19 or some equivalent on my right, my left is unlimited, sort of, and I've got 10. There's no guarantee partner's got an entry. What entry's good enough as well? Specifically the ace of clubs? Well, if they've got that, you can always switch to a spade later. So specifically the ace of hearts, that's probably the only thing that makes it leading 1 at trick 1 is right. Now, the other caveat for not leading a club at trick 1 is that if the king of spades is on your right, you've got another chance later. You can win the first spade, you can switch to your club and try and find partner's entry if that is the right defence to beat it. I think it's only long to lead a club if the king of spades is in dummy and partner has an entry, and I think that's too unlikely. So for those people who say a club lead is automatic, maybe it is at imps. Maybe your best chance to beat it is to get 2 spades, a partner's trick and a club ruff. Maybe. But at match points, I don't think a club's right here. I think it's going to give a trick away too often. If you look at the whole hand, I don't think it gives a trick away because I think we've always got 3 top tricks. But if partner hasn't got the ace of hearts, it does give a trick away because they get enough discards off the clubs to throw dummies' hearts away. So I don't know, it's interesting. I don't really like lead problems as a thing. You know that, you've seen that before, but it didn't even really occur to me to lead a club because I had 2 spade tricks and I can always do it later. So maybe that's the final on the matter. So this was a hand from fairly early on, it was like the first 10 boards or so. And Ben was playing his south and he got to 4 hearts. He opened a heart in 3rd seat, partner bid 2 hearts. Now we do play Drury. But you've got 17 and partner could have a decent hand still that you can make game with. Like partner's going to be drawing on all like 10 or 11 counts and some 9s, that sort of thing. Ish, or maybe 9 counts with 4 card support, that sort of thing. So there's still chance for game, especially if you make a trial bid in spades, which is what Ben did, and me as North bid 4 hearts. Obviously, either I'm maximum or the game try helped me, and we can see that I'm a bit of both. I'm close to bidding jury. I've got no single turn, no intermediates in my club suit. I just decided to go low because we're playing match points. So anyway, we're in 4 hearts, and the leader heart of trick 1. Which isn't actually, sometimes you think, oh, they've found a trump lead, they've stopped some ruffs, but because you've only got 2 diamonds in the south hand, there isn't any diamond ruffs in the north hand anyway, so north's not really ruffing anything. Maybe the 4th round of spades, maybe. So you play low at trick 1, and East plays the ace, and you smartly unblock the 9, because what that does, it gives you potentially, if they return a trump, 2 entries to the north end. You can now win the 8 if they switch away from the 10, or you can win the queen if the 10's played and the 8's now an entry. So just good technique there. And they do play a second heart. They play the 10 of hearts, and now because you've unblocked the 9 at trick 1, you do have 2 entries to the north hand. You could have unblocked the 9 at trick 2 as it went, but anyway, you get the idea. So how are we looking here? Well, we haven't got any spades to lose, we haven't got any hearts to lose, we're going to lose a diamond, we're going to lose a club. So it looks like we're going to make 10. There is an extra chance though, potentially, because they haven't found a diamond lead or a diamond switch. We can potentially set the clubs up because we've got entries to the north hand. We've got the 8 of hearts is an entry, the queen of spades is an entry, and the ace of clubs is an entry as long as we don't use it on the first club. So what we're going to do now is try and set the clubs up. We play a club. East plays low, we play the queen, and it loses to the king. Okay, fair enough. And our aim is to potentially play a club to the ace, ruff a club, heart to the 8, maybe ruff a club, and the queen of spades gets to a winning club here. So the 5 of diamonds is returned. They find the diamond switch. We try the jack, doesn't work. Queen, ace. And our aim is to ruff the clubs good. Now we do have enough entries to get there. We've got 3 entries. We've got 2 to ruff them out, even if they're 4-2, and 1 entry to get to them. So we play a club to the ace, and we play a club, 10, ruff, and West discards. So we know East had 4 clubs initially, and West has discarded a diamond, and we're going to continue with our plan now. We're going to try and ruff the clubs out, and again, as we're doing this, we're always trying to get a count to the hand. We play another heart to dummy, and East pitches a diamond. West had the 3 hearts, so we know East shape is something 2, something 4, and what we're going to do now is we're going to ruff the last club. Now, when playing against let's say players not as good as you, and in the room there's very few players as good as Ben. What they're generally going to do, they're not going to be clever in their following suit. They're generally going to follow up the line. And so when the 9 of diamonds is played now, there are some people who are giving suit preference and count everywhere, and Ben deduced that these opponents weren't those. They switched to the small diamond, and now they've played the 9. So if they had King 10-9, they would have switched to the 10, you'd think. From King 10-9, they might not have even switched to a diamond from that holding, but from King 10-9, they would have switched to the 10, you'd think. From 10-9 to 5 or 4 or something, they might switch to the 10 as well. So it looks like the 9 of diamonds is an initial holding of King 9-4. So what Ben did at this point is he counted the hand again, and this is what good players do. He does it way more than I do. So hats off to him, although it didn't really work here. He's trying to piece together what the shape of West's hand is. Well, they've thrown 2 diamonds away in the clubs, which means they're keeping their spades. And they know that you've got spades because of your trial bid. So what is their original shape? Well, it looks to be, when the 9 of diamonds is thrown, it looks to be that West has 4 spades, 3 hearts, 4 diamonds and 2 clubs. And that's consistent with everything we've seen so far. East also threw a diamond away on the 3rd heart, so East is likely to have, that's consistent with East having 5 diamonds. So if that's the case and West is holding on to 4 spades, you've got a chance to make 11 here. you have a chance to make 11 anyway. If the jack of spades falls, you make 11 anyway. But if you're sure of your read and that West has 4 spades, you could take a first round spade finesse. You can play a spade to the 9, and if that holds, you make the rest of the tricks. And so we are playing match points, and so the difference between making 11 versus 9 isn't as bad as it is in teams. Let's imagine that 10 tricks are what everyone's going to make. If you can make 11, you get a top. If you make 9, you're probably going to get a bottom. So if you're sure that spades are 40, which Ben was, it's 2 to 1 on that they've got the jack, isn't it? Okay, so if you think about, if you spread the 6 remaining spades, 4 there, 2 there, you're twice as likely to have the jack in the 4 card holding. So Ben, just at this point, played a spade. And you know how I said a second ago that we were unlucky? It lost to the jack. And they played a diamond back, but diamonds were blocked because West did have 4 spades. So you can see the original hand there. Ben got the count of the original hand correct and lost to jack, doubleton and ace and went off. He would have made 11 because the jack of spades falls. If he'd have just cashed his spades, he makes 11 when the jack of spades falls. But he went with his read and he went with his odds. And this is what good players do. And you'd imagine that more often than not, Ben would make 11 when the jack of spades is with West, as long as he's got the count of the hand, right? Then he would make 9. And so that's what he went for. Basically, it's 66% for Ben to make 11 here. And that's going to probably get him a top, because if West does have jack to 4 spades, how many other people in the room would actually find the finesse? So it was 66% for a top and 33% for a bottom. And sadly, we got the bottom. You have this board, there's people talking behind me, so hopefully you can hear me over this. I might have to move in a second. You have singleton, king, queen, 10x, ace, queen, fourth, and you're fourth to speak. The person on your left opens a spade, and your partner overcalls 2 clubs, and they pass on your right. So you've got a really good hand here.
I think the partner does have 5 spades. You're never going to bleed him anymore.
You could jump to 3 spades, which is a splinter, and partner's going to bid 3 in a lot of the time because there hasn't been a spade raise on your right. I was going to walk away because they're talking a bit loud. Oops. So I went through my mind that maybe 3 spades is the best bid to describe your hand, but I thought what I can do potentially is just show a good raise first. Now, if it goes a good raise and they compete lots in spades, I can always just bid 5 clubs. I know I'm pretty sure that 5 clubs is going to have play, or at least is going to be somewhere in the realms of it, but I think you're just a bit too good to splinter. The issue is if you could have 6 clubs on easily here, and what's the best way to investigate 6 clubs versus 3N or something? Well, the best case, I think, is to start low and just bid 2 spades. Now, if the next hand doesn't bid again, you've got all the 3 level as a bid to kind of do that. And so I bid 2 spades, and over this partner bids 3N. But he bid 3N very fast. So I've got to take that out of my mind and be ethical here. Now, if partner makes a standard tempo 3N bid, have I got a raise here? And I think it's close, but the thing is, partner, when they bid 3N, they're going to have either 1 spade stop and clubs they think are running, or they're going to have 2 spade stops. And when they have 2 spade stops, those spade stops might be values that aren't good in 6 clubs. I think this is close, and I kind of regretted not splintering, because obviously if I splinter and partner bids 3N, I'm happier to pass it. But again, I think I'm too good to splinter. I think I've got too good a hand to splinter and then pass 3N. So what I was hoping for partner to do is to do something else over my 2 spade bid. Maybe partner bids 2N and then I can bid like 3 spades or something, and then saying, are you sure? And anyway, I ended up passing, and because my partner's pretty good, he was able to squeeze them in 3N to make 12, so the full hand's there. And I don't know, maybe, what would you do? Maybe raise 3N to 4N, maybe over 3N bid 4 spades. Maybe that's the case. Maybe if over 3N I bid 4 spades and partner bids 4N to play, if I think it's to play, which I don't know, maybe that's the best thing. If I knew 4N over 4 spades was to play, I would do that. Or maybe I should just bid 4 diamonds over 3N. I don't know. I think I'm punishing partner for bidding light, and potentially partner could be bidding a thin 3N here on something like ace king to 6 clubs and the queen of spades. And a card, maybe the king of diamonds, ace king to 6 clubs and the queen of spades. That's a 12 count. You've not got 6 clubs on now. You're missing 2 aces, so I don't know. And the fact that partner jumped to 3N quickly meant probably he's got his bid more than he hasn't. So maybe I've got some ethics in, and I know it's right to go on. Whereas if he bids it slowly, he might not. I don't know. When he jumps to 3N, I know he's got a good hand, you see. Or a hand with 2 spades up. So I don't know. Anyway, the full hand's there. He ended up squeezing the opening bidder for everything. The opening bidder's got the heart guard and the king of diamonds and the spade guard. So they led a spade at trick 1, which isn't the best of the defence. I think a diamond leads better, but I think they're still in trouble if on a diamond lead. I think double dummy says he can always make 12. It might be always make 12 by my hand because it's protected. So a diamond lead might put you under pressure, but when my partner's good, he's going to outplay those in 3N. So when that's the case, if you're playing with someone who's good and you're not sure whether to move over 3N, generally 3N's going to score better played by a good declarer than not. So you're still going to get a good board probably when you do pass. So you pick up this hand, and I don't know what's right. I have not had a good day today. I've had a lot of marginal decisions and I've not got many of them. When I say right, I've not got many of them that have worked out right. This is one of the ones that is a bit clearer, a bit righter than the others. But again, I still don't know if I've done the right thing. I had 3 small, ace, jack, 9x, singleton, king 10, 5th. And I passed initially. I haven't got an opening bid, and the hand on your left opens 1 diamond, that's your singleton. Partner ever calls 1 spade. The hand on your right now jumps to 3 spades. So it's got a diamond on your left, partner's got spades, you've got 3 of them. The hand on your right jumps to 3 spades, which is diamond support and a singleton spade or void. What should you do? Well, you've got, as a past hand goes, you're pretty good. You have got a hand that wants to compete in spades, but not really a hand that has a 4 spade bid. So you've got 3 options for what to do. You could bid 4 spades now. You could pass, and if they bid 3N, you can protect with 4 spades as a sacrifice. Or you could double 3 spades and then let partner decide. Now, depending on what you think double means, there you go. Now, immediately, I didn't think doubling was good, because if it goes double, 3N, pass, pass, have I shown a hand that wants to play in 4 spades? Do I want a spade lead against 3N? And now I feel like I have to bid 4 spades, but I feel like I've clouded the issue a bit and I've given them a chance to show their values. If I pass, they're going to bid 3N nearly always. If there's a singleton spade on my right and partner hasn't preempted in spades, you know the spade length on your left. And so if you pass, it's going to go 3N, pass, pass, and you know partner's probably going to lead. Oh, I suppose if they lead a club or a heart, it might be okay, but it's not guaranteed. And maybe they're going to make like 6 diamond tricks, a spade on the lead, and the ace of clubs, and maybe they're just going to roll home here. It feels like if they bid 3N, it's going to make. Or do you bid 4 spades straight away and put them to the guess? I think that's the right thing to do. I haven't got a 4 spade bid. I did bid 4 spades, and I'm doing it because mainly because my other options are rubbish. I don't want to pass, because if it goes 3N, pass, pass, I feel I have to bid 4 spades. Remember, if they've got game on, you only need to make 8 tricks, and there's a very good chance you're going to make 8 tricks here. You're going to have the club and heart values over the hand that's got short spades. Partner's going to have the spade values over the hand that has spades. So I think 4 spades, if they've got game on, 4 spades is going to be the place to play. So I think maybe you should bid it straight away, because it's the least one that's likely to get doubled. You stop them bidding the making 3N if it's making, and you sort of push them into 5 diamonds, and there's no guarantee 5 diamonds is making. You might have a trick in 3 suits, you might have a club and a heart trick in your hand, partner might have an ace, the ace of spades, or the ace of diamonds or something. So although you haven't got a 4 spade bid, I don't think you've got another bid to make. And I bid 4 spades, this got doubled, pass, pass, pass. And we got a slightly above average board for going for 300 because more people are making game than not. 5 diamonds has made, 3N has made. I'm not sure 3N should make. I think we've got quite a few club tricks to take. I think we've got at least 3 club tricks to take in the Ace of Hearts, so I'm not sure we've got our 5th defensive trick, but they need a lot to do to make 3N, I think. But is partner leading a club against 3N? I don't think so. I think he needs to do the Ace of clubs. I don't know what the club pips are. I can't remember. Anyway, I don't know. I felt like I basically told Ben earlier we weren't doing very well, and I'd overbid a bit. I'd made a couple of thin takeout doubles. I've overcompeted a bit, which usually is fine. But then when it just goes, when no one else is overbidding, and we just get a bad board for it by doing what is probably the normal thing. And so I basically told Ben I'm not going to overbid anymore. And then this hand came up, and I bid 4 spades, and we got doubled. So. I think it's the right thing to do on the hand, but I don't know. I don't know where we are score-wise. So we've got another session to go. Yeah, we'll see. So you can see the lovely, lovely Crown Plaza we're at, which has had a really nice meal, which makes up the Bad Bridge. There's some of the crew. There's Magnus, there's Jake, wandering back down these elegant marble stairs. So if you're ever thinking of coming to this event, it is a very nice hotel in the centre of Nottingham, and if you don't want to stay here because it might be on the pricey side, there are plenty of cheaper options walking distance away. So we're wandering down. There's the front desk. We're walking back through to the playing area in the Royal Suite Regent meeting room. We've got free coffee this time as well, and it's unlikely we're going to win this event, but I actually don't know what percentage you're on, so there we go. So you can see free coffee. I'm going to make myself a cup of coffee, I think. And then a bar, although I'm currently not drinking. So well, we've got some percentages and some starting positions. So let's have a quick look where we are. We are... Oh, that's just starting positions. Oh, it doesn't actually have percentages there. It's the starting positions. So we are on blue 11 east west, so I'll find out what score we get and let you know next time I see you. So there's the room in full flow. People are starting to have a few drinks now. It's a really nice room. As venues go in some of the events I've played in England, it's not, you know, it's not the vast halls of American Bridge, but it's a pretty nice place. I know I keep saying it. Right, you've got this hand. You are playing in 1 no trump. You open in 3rd seat, I think. You open a diamond. Your partner bids a spade, and you bid 1 no trump, and partner elects to pass, which is a discussion in itself as to whether with a really bad hand and 5 spades you should be bidding 2 spades here. And I think if your suit was better, Jack 10 9 to 5, Jack 10 9 8 to 5 or something, maybe, yeah. But here, because partner's got Queen of Diamonds and whatever, he elected to pass. And I'm in 1M. Okay, so they lead a club at trick 1, they lead like something like the 5 of clubs, and I ask what it is, and they play 2nd and 4th. So it looks like they've led from length to an honour. You don't know whether they've led from the king or the jack. So at trick 1, you've got a decision, or have you? Do you play the queen or not? You can't afford to play the queen because this is a way you've been guaranteed 2 club tricks on the lead. Those people who don't get a club lead, who get like, let's say, a heart lead or something, won't maybe have 2 definite club tricks. So you should just guarantee your club tricks at trick 1 and play low from the queen. And it goes 9 and your 10 holds. So how many tricks have you got? Well, you've got 3 aces. You've got the club at trick 1 puts you to 4 tricks. And you've got 1 or 2 diamonds, depending on how the diamonds break. So at trick 2, you're in the hand with the jack of diamonds, and you play a small diamond towards the 9, queen, and king. Alright, so you look at your diamond pips, and you realise that the 9 is actually an important pip. They're not going to waste that unless it means something, or unless they have no choice. So they're the 2 instances they're going to play the 9. 1, when they have no choice, and 2, when it means something. So at trick 3, they return a club, and you ask them if they play Smith. Now, if you don't know what Smith is, it is something in no trumps where you on the suit declarer plays first, you give attitude not on the suit that declarer is playing, but on the opening lead. So, for example, both hands have the chance on the diamonds to signal whether they like the club lead or not. And so I asked them if they play Smith, and he said, we do. And then I had a brilliant idea to ask them, which way round do they play Smith? Because it matters, you see. So they say they play reverse Smith, and this means that the low card would encourage. All right, then. So the 9 of diamonds doesn't look like a low card. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see who's got the king of clubs. I played low on the second club, and this goes king, queen. And then they cleared the clubs by playing the jack, and the hand on my right showed out. So they did like clubs. They had king, jack to 5. And they've signalled in diamonds as if they didn't like it. So what's that mean? Well, it probably just means that the only diamonds they had to play was the 9. Now, if they've got ace 9 small or ace 9 3 or ace 9 2 or something, they just play the 2 or the 3 and they signal they want clubs. So when they play the 9 of diamonds, it's got to be because they've got no choice. If they had 9-8 doubleton, you'd think they'd play the 8. So as long as they're playing a true card here, this should be from either singleton or from ace 9 doubleton. And if it's ace 9 doubleton, you have a way to get to your second diamond trick. Now, you're never making the contract, but making 2 diamond tricks is going to be good. Because if he has got ace 9 doubleton, most people aren't going to get this right. So if you... Oops, I'll keep moving this table. So if you play them for ace 9 doubleton, you should play a low diamond here. Now, if the hand on your right has 5 diamonds to the ace, king 8, a low diamond doesn't actually cost, because you can't actually set 2 diamond tricks up anyway, because you can never get to dummy to lead one off. So you can afford to play a low diamond here, and then when you're in one of the races, clear the other one. But if you play a low diamond here and the hand on lead has ace 9 doubleton diamond, which they did have, you actually gain a trick. So would I have got this right if they didn't play Smith? Maybe not. If they just played reverse counter trick 2, for example, like a lot of people might do. I can't read the 9 of diamonds. The 9 of diamonds could be from ace 9-8, could be from 9-8 doubleton, could be 9-8x or something. But when they're playing Smith, and more importantly, in this case, reverse Smith, the 9 of diamonds can only be from 2 holdings. And against both of those holdings, a low diamond on the second hand of diamonds either wins or it doesn't lose. You pick up. Oh, look, it's Athena, Chow, and Niraj. Look, it's Niraj. You like a drink? Oh no, he has got a drink. Sorry, apologies. You have the following hand. You have ace doubleton, queen jack 10 to 5, queen third, king queen x, and the bidding has gone 2 spades. David Willis, everyone. I want to ask him for a game, but shh, don't tell him. You've got this hand. The bidding has gone 2 spades on your left, 3 diamonds in partner, 4 spades on your right. Now they're favourable, and partner's bid 3 diamonds vulnerable, and 2 spades is spades and a minor. Weak. Now you're pretty sure it's going to be spades and clubs, and usually it's 5-4 and. What do you want to do? Now, you haven't had a chance to bid yet, so you're unlimited, and you're in a bit of a pickle here. Now, partner's probably got 1 spade, maybe 2. You don't necessarily know they've got a 10-card spade fit, but let's imagine partner's got the worst holding of 2 spades. What have they got for their 3 diamond bid? They've done it vulnerable. Now, because you can't really guarantee 12 tricks, yeah, there could be, you know, your values are soft, but you've got a lot of them. You don't really want to unilaterally just bid 6 diamonds. But you know, 5 diamonds is probably going to score better than doubling 4 spades. You might not have many tricks in 4 spades. And it's probably not making, you've just got too many points. So, but they could have a 10-card fit, you never know. So what you really want to do is show a good race to 5 diamonds. Now, if you think to you and your own partner's bidding, how would you show a good race to 5 diamonds when it's gone 2 spades, 3 diamonds, 4 spades? And with certain people, I play 4N as a good raise, but without discussion, there's a danger that 4N is 2 places to play. So imagine you've got a hand like with 6 clubs and 3 diamonds. you might want to bid 4N to say I want to play in one of the minors. Or you might have 6 hearts and 3 diamonds. You might bid 4N to say I want to play in one of the red suits, and 2 places to play. And without discussion, this is one of the, I don't know, Ben might agree with me here, this is one of the only things today, because we haven't had a discussion, and when it came up, we were guessing a lot of things, and we were guessing right. So when we were breaking minor suit transfers, we were guessing that it showed the right thing. And here today, we can't really guess this right, because it's by agreement only. And what you really want is 4N to be a good race to 5 diamonds, because that's what you've got. And we got lucky here, because Ben hasn't got that bid in his arsenal. I think it should be. He wants it to be that, but we didn't dare do it. And what we don't really want to do is kind of bid 4N showing 2 suits and partner doesn't read it right or something. So Ben just shrugged and bid 5 diamonds. And partner's hand, I'm not going to show you the defence's hand, but partner's hand is huge. Partner has singleton spade, ace of hearts, ace jack to 7 diamonds, and ace jack of clubs. Partner's got loads of stuff. And luckily, and I think we were lucky here, that if Ben did have this in his arsenal showing a good race to 5 diamonds, I would have bid 6 diamonds. And it's on one of 2 finesses, and they're both wrong. And the weird thing is, if you know there's King X of diamonds offside, you can make it on an end play. You can strip the hand and make it so that they have to give you a rough and discards. It's only off double dummy when there's King to 3 diamonds offside, and that's what it was. So we got really lucky there, but just check with your partner what you play 4N to be. And I think as a non-passed hand, what is more useful when they preempt to 4 spades? 4N being a good race to 5 of partner suit, or 4N being 2 places to play when partner's already shown one of those places. I don't know. I think it's much more useful to have it as a good raise. Otherwise, on this hand, you're guessing. Ben guessed wrong, but guessed right. I think you kind of want to be in 6 times, I think. The hand that's open 2 spades, they just need one of the red kings. Which isn't guaranteed when they're showing both black suits, but, you know, they've got to have something for the bid, haven't they? Surely. And we're done for the day. We're being treated to a meal later by Ollie Cowan. So thank you, Ollie. He is the organiser. If you ever see him, give him a high five or a handshake or a hug. He likes all 3. We finished better today, 56%. I think we rode our luck a bit. I think I actually played worse in the second half, but we got more gifts. So 56% gives us an average of about 53, and we'll be like third of the way down the field, something like that. Stefano, Ben's regular partner, beat him. I didn't really look who won, but it wasn't us. So it is what it is. The very first board of the second set, we bid to 6 clubs, 1 off. And I think what's happened today, and I think when we should go high, we've both gone low, and when we should go low, we've both gone high. To get to 6 clubs, I overbid and he overbid, and then there was one in the first set where he's overcalled a no chump and I've gone low as well. So I didn't open it. I don't know. So yeah, I think they're just teething problems style-wise. He is definitely more conservative than I am, and we're playing each other to have the bid that we would have in that spot. So in terms of out and out complete errors, not too many, but there were mistakes. More from me, I think. So we'll be back tomorrow for the teams, where we're playing with Magnus and Steve Root, never has bid. And we will just be doing the best we can. I think last time I teamed with Magnus in assist teams, we came 3rd. So hopefully, I'm just trying to see who's won to let you know who won the Richard Bowdery pairs. There are electronic scores, they're just only in one place. It's just this one screen here, so waiting to see who wins. And it is Jake and Tom. But there's some boards to come in, so Alan and Aaron and Imogen and Niraj are up there as well. Stefano was 5th. So there we go today. I will see you next time out for the next video. Hope you had fun.